What if the darkest object in the universe was never a black hole at all? What if, hidden beyond the edge of everything humanity has ever explored, something had been watching us since the birth of the cosmos? Not a planet, not a star, not an alien civilization, but a doorway older than time itself, a doorway that was never meant to be found. The discovery began in the autumn of 2043. Orbiting nearly 2 million kilometers from Earth, the Odyssey Deep Space Observatory scanned one of the oldest regions of the observable universe. Its mission was simple: search for the first galaxies born after the Big Bang. Instead, it found an absence, a perfectly circular void where nothing should have existed. No stars, no gas, no radiation, only darkness. At first, astronomers celebrated. They believed they had discovered another supermassive black hole. But the excitement didn't last. Within hours, the data began contradicting itself. The object's gravitational pull was enormous, far larger than any black hole ever observed. Yet surrounding stars continued moving as though the object barely existed. Its gravity changed, not gradually, instantly, every 53 minutes. It was as if the laws of physics were switching on and off. Dr. Maya Carter rubbed her eyes for the third time that night. There has to be a calibration error. The observatory's artificial intelligence replied immediately. Sensor integrity confirmed. She ordered another scan, then another. Every result was identical. The impossible object remained exactly where it had always been, waiting. Within 48 hours, every major observatory on Earth confirmed the anomaly. The object was real. No existing theory could explain it. Then, something even stranger happened. The darkness blinked. Not metaphorically, literally. For exactly 1 second, the black sphere vanished. Behind it appeared a sky unlike any ever recorded. A sky filled with brilliant stars arranged in impossible geometric patterns. Then it was gone. The darkness returned. The entire event lasted less than a heartbeat. Scientists replayed the recording thousands of times. It wasn't a camera malfunction. Every telescope on Earth had seen the same thing. Governments immediately classified the discovery. Public broadcasts were canceled. Military satellites were redirected. Research teams disappeared behind layers of security clearances. Officially, nothing unusual had happened. Unofficially, humanity had just looked through a window that should not exist. Days later, Odyssey recorded another anomaly. The object emitted a pulse. Not radio waves, not X-rays, not gamma radiation. It released something no instrument could identify. Every detector produced a different answer. Some reported gravity, others detected neutrinos. One observatory claimed the pulse briefly altered the flow of time by a fraction of a nanosecond. Then the pulses began repeating, exactly every 53 minutes. Always identical, always precise. Dr. Carter refused to believe they were random. She converted the intervals into mathematical sequences. Prime numbers emerged, then geometric constants, then binary patterns. The signal wasn't natural. It was structured. Someone, or something, had designed it. For nearly 3 weeks, her team worked in complete secrecy. They tested every known form of encryption. Nothing fit. Until one exhausted programmer suggested an impossible idea. What if it isn't mathematics? What if it's language? The room fell silent. Using an experimental quantum translation model, they converted the pulses into symbolic structures. The computer hesitated. Processing, reprocessing. Then 6 words appeared across every monitor. The prison is beginning to fail. Nobody spoke. Dr. Carter read the sentence again. The air suddenly felt colder. Before anyone could react, every computer screen in the laboratory went black. The lights flickered. Emergency generators activated. Then Odyssey transmitted one final image before losing contact forever. The impossible object was no longer alone. Something enormous moved behind the darkness. Not around it, inside it. A shape larger than entire star systems slowly opened 2 glowing eyes. Across the control room, alarm screamed. Not because the object had changed, but because it had moved. It wasn't drifting through space. It had accelerated. Its new trajectory intersected only one destination: the Milky Way galaxy. At its current speed, it would arrive in less than 12 years. For the first time in human history, the universe had noticed humanity, and whatever waited inside the impossible black hole was finally coming home. To be continued in Chapter 2. The Signal Beyond the Event Horizon.